Here's a song that came about. Well, you have to know a couple of Irish terms. A Shebeen is an illegal drinking establishment, and we have them in Ireland. And they use the same word in South Africa. They use the same word in parts of the West Indies, but we don't have any here. Anyhow, I was thinking about one night where I got into a Shebeen. I'd been visiting a friend of mine down in West Cork, a guy named John, who used to be the leader of a band, and he was a kind of a wild guy, like Jim Morrison type of character on stage, with a Dublin punk band. And he had retired to this beautiful little village in West Cork called Rosscarbery. I don't know, at the age of 35 or 40, he'd retired. And I would visit him often when I was in Ireland, and we were sitting in his little local pub one night, and sitting till about closing time, and a friend of his came over and said, John, there's a session up the mountain, meaning a music session, and would you like to come? John turned to me. I said, of course, let's go. And so a few carloads of people left the village of Rosscarbery, heading up into the mountains of West Cork, looking for the location. Well, we couldn't find it. It just went on for a couple of hours at least. And the nights in Ireland with the cloud cover can be pitch black. You can't see your hand. We were stumbling in and out of ditches and bogs, and I would long since given up. But finally one of the guys said, that has to be it. And it was the most unlikely thing. It was a pitch black farmhouse in the middle of a field without a light or a sound coming out of it. Anyhow, so we walked through the fields and went up to it. And no sooner had this guy rapped on the door than it was opened. And there was a little lady in there, and she said, get in. And then pointed us down the stairs, through another couple of doors. And then at the bottom of the stairs, we opened the door. The whole place was lit up. And the music was wild. The dancing was crazy. And the illegal Guinness was delicious. And so this is the best Shebeen, the Garden of Eden, all night, Speakeasy, Shebeen. 1, 2, 3. They float across the mountain and they filter through the glens. Women on white horses, children carried by the men, and a whole ancient guild of silk suit tailors. 2 horses running half a day ahead of their jailer. Well, someone must have whispered, else they heard it on the breeze. The midnight session. They traveled in close company, lost in conversation. For some the night was comfort, darkness was their haven. A steamboat's crew of shipwrecked sailors and a 4-part choir of trench-town wailers. Someone must have whispered, else they heard it on the breeze. The midnight session. Whoa, they were dancing in their work boots and dancing in high heels. Some had wound up from the city, some had stepped in from the fields. Dancing with fire, playing music from a dream in the Garden of Eden. All night Speakeasy, 2 dancers doing somersaults. He shouted, catch me Louise. 2 lovers speaking soft, soft words with ease in the Garden of Eden. All night Speakeasy, Shebeen. said he knew the way and he could be their pilot. When they finally found the farmhouse, it was dark, still and silent. The old woman at the door crooked a long cold finger. She said, "Get in here quick, do not stand there, do not linger." Someone must have whispered, else they heard it on the breeze, the midnight session. Of the band in a silk top hat declared the end of all rules. Let's put a stop to all that. No more laws of the genre, no more tyranny of time. On the path of the jungle, who needs the jackboot of rhyme? Well, someone must have whispered, else they heard it on the breeze, the midnight session. The whole string section played a reggae and the trumpets launched a reel. The theme from Zorba had a mariachi feel, and the silk top hat laughed, "I'm not here to herd these cats." The sopranos played a blues and the tenor passed the hat. Well, someone must have whispered, else they heard it on the breeze, the midnight session. Whoa, they were dancing in their work boots and dancing in high heels. Some had wound up from the city, some stepped in from the fields. Dancing with fire, playing music from a dream in the Garden of Eden. All night speakeasy, two dancers doing somersaults. She shouted, "Catch me, Louise." Two lovers speaking soft, soft words with ease in the Garden of Eden. All night speakeasy, she We're going to take a little break, guys. Hey, thank you.
We're going to go to the Shebeen.